There is a fan on my channel by the name of Mr. J. He asked me to comment on why I think I should write Halloween 9. I think I should write it because I'm someone that genuinely cares about the franchise. I've heard so many people say the same thing over and over again about how they saw the first one and they loved it and they're just hardcore fans. But I noticed that at the core of this thing, it always seemed to be about money. And making money is great, but to me, you should never do something for the love of money. So to answer your question, the reason I should be the one to do it is because I'm a hardcore fan, first of all. Secondly, I want to add, I'm not going to push a social agenda. Don't get me wrong. What happened to women, that's a horrible thing. And I'm not necessarily speaking against the Me Too movement. I just don't think it should be part of a horror movie. I think if they're going to make a movie about abuse, they should make a movie exclusively for that. I don't think it should be part of a horror movie. It shouldn't be part of the Halloween universe. Everybody that was killed in the series was killed because they were not paying attention to their surroundings, not because of a social message. They basically took Michael Myers in Halloween 2018 and made him a social symbol. It was about women's empowerment. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but again, I say it shouldn't be intertwined with a horror movie, especially Halloween. Halloween should just be Halloween. Halloween should just be about Michael Myers coming home and doing what he does best, and that's kill. A lot of people probably want to know, does my Halloween 9 connect all the films? Yes, it does. It doesn't ignore anything. All of the films are connected. It acknowledges Halloween 6, Halloween Resurrection, all of that. The reason why we didn't dwell on 6 and Resurrection, and when I say we, I mean the fans that helped me come up with my concept, the reason why we didn't dwell on it is because it was too much of a mess with the storylines that they had. Like 6 with the whole Thorn thing, that was too messy, so we couldn't dwell on that. We said, well, maybe we can mention it here and there, and you might get a small reference or something to that degree, but we're not going to really harp or dwell on it too much. The same thing with Resurrection, because so many people hate it. So you will get your Resurrection reference and your Halloween 6 reference, but there isn't going to be too much delving into it. We're not going to do that. We want to keep it as clean, continuity-wise, as we possibly can. So we're just going to leave that alone. But yes, it acknowledges all 8 films. Michael Myers will not be going after Tommy Doyle in this film, because even if I was able to squeeze Tommy Doyle in here somehow, I highly doubt that I'd be able to get Paul Rudd back to play Tommy Doyle. And I really don't want to get Brian Andrews, because I'm sort of stuck on Paul Rudd. Whenever I think of Tommy Doyle, I think of Paul Rudd, and it's no disrespect To Brian, it's just that that's who I see in my mind, Paul Rudd. So Tommy Doyle, he wouldn't be in my Halloween 9. No, Michael Myers is not going after John Tate either. Because, again, it would probably be too hard to get Josh Hartnett back. So he's not going after John Tate. The person that he is going after is somebody from his past. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you who it is. I don't want to give it away. All I can tell you is that it's somebody from his past, and it's somebody that he took an effect on. Originally, when we were coming up with the concept for my outline for Halloween 9, we wanted to start fresh. We wanted to invent a new protagonist for him to go after. Because, like I said, we had decided that the sequels were way too messy. So we wanted to clean it up as much as we possibly could. But instead, as the drafts of my Halloween 9 went on through the years, we ultimately decided to bring back somebody from the original 8 films. So, it's going to be somebody from 1 through 8. The last thing I want to cover is time itself. What time will this be taking place in? I'm thinking probably about 2004, because we want Michael Myers to be as young as he possibly can be. We don't want him to be too old, because we think that would be silly to have a 60-plus-year-old man running around killing people. And it's kind of funny that they actually did that in Blumhouse's Halloween. We don't want that for our story, so he's going to be young enough where he can still kill people without it looking stupid and silly and ridiculous. They say he was born 1957, so since he was born in 1957, in my film he would probably be about 47 years old. Now, he's not exactly a spring chicken, but at 47 years old, I think it's possible for a person to still be able to kill people. Because he's in his late 40s. He's not even 50 yet. And that's the way we want it. So this film will take place in 2004, where he'd still be young enough to do his thing. And no, it's not Bianca Kylik either. It's not Sarah Moyer. Because if we were to shoot this movie today, Bianca would be too old. Too much time has passed. It just wouldn't work. But this person is somebody from the original 8 that knew Michael Myers a long time ago. Not exactly knew him, but this person saw Michael Myers a long time ago. And as you know, he's killing family. This person is not family. This is just more of a personal vendetta, a personal grudge that this person has against Michael Myers. That's all I can tell you about my Halloween 9. Thank you for listening. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. This has been Halloween 9 and why I should write it.